And a warm welcome, everyone, to our just about end of the year Facebook chats. I'm Ann Metcalf, and we are doing these chats every 2 weeks now. And I just welcome you. I thank you for coming to have a listen. Some of this is posted on my app, Authentic Sacred Design. And today's chat is on the telomeres, and they are silent supporters of our cellular longevity. We want to age better. Well, come and have a listen. And why energy, rest, repair, and daily habits are protective keys to healthy aging. But the truth is quieter, more elegant, and far more empowering. Today, I want to explore what telomeres actually are and what really supports them, not from a supplement only mindset, but from a whole body, whole life perspective, that conscious eating, conscious living that I like to live by as much as possible, and I hope you do too. What are they? Well, telomeres are protective caps at the ends of our chromosomes. We have 50 trillion cells in humans. Most cells contain 46 chromosomes arranged as 23 pairs. Each chromosome has two ends, and each end has a telomere or telomere. So that means 46 chromosomes times two ends equals 92 telomeres per cell. That's on the order of quadrillions of telomeres. And that applies to most of our body cells, except for red blood cells, because they don't have nuclei. So sorry. The body doesn't micromanage them one by one. It relies on global body conditions. And what it's like the a shoelace and the plastic tip on the shoelace. That's what they're often sort of compared to. And so that plastic tip slowly shortens with age. Young kids, even if they get sick, they're long and they have a way of increasing the capacity, and it keeps them that joyful youthfulness. They're made of repeating DNA sequences. And for the science buff, it's called TTAGGG. And I'll let you look that up. And protective shelterin proteins, the direct building blocks, are nucleotides, DNA components, and protein. But the body's ability to maintain or lengthen telomeres depends on supporting systems, not one ingredient. They do not function like bone or hair. They're not built from one mineral or nutrient pulled from the body. Instead, telomeres reflect cellular conditions. Think of them less as bricks and more as fuses, sensitive to stress, inflammation, and repair capacity. And so an enzyme called telomerase helps maintain these telomeres by allowing healthy cells to continue dividing safely over time rather than wearing out prematurely. Now, the telomerase doesn't make the cell divide endlessly. It helps healthy cells keep dividing safely for as long as they're meant to. And then once they're done, out they go. Now, do minerals build telomeres? It's an important clarification. The body does not use up minerals to create the telomeres. Instead, the minerals act as an enzyme cofactor. These enzymes protect the DNA and telomerase, that wonderful little enzyme, and it only functions well under the right cellular conditions and helps maintain telomeres by allowing healthy cells to continue dividing safely over time rather than wearing out prematurely. We don't want that. Telomerase, it just helps keep safely dividing. Now, deficiencies or imbalances don't steal material. They disrupt the repair process. Now, indirect but powerful key minerals. So I'm going to go through some of the ones. And that doesn't mean that you go out and buy these supplements. You can check with your healthcare provider, do your own research on uh, um, the telomeres. You know, what How can I support them? I'm going to go for some food. So, and again, some of that food you might have to eat a lot of, but I invite you to just play with it, learn more about it. Magnesium supports DNA repair, the telomerase activity, and nervous system calm. Plant sources include pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, or tahini, cooked leafy greens, oh yum, lentils, black beans, buckwheat, and quinoa, with small amounts found in cacao. Ayurveda favors cooked or soaked forms paired with healthy fat, as stress depletes magnesium and calm eating improves absorption. So, when you're having that meal, breathe in the food, the aroma, the taste, the flavors, oh, all of it, and be peaceful when you're eating. Zinc supports DNA binding proteins, immune regulation, and cellular repair. Rich plant sources include pumpkin seed, hemp seed, oh, more seeds, sesame, chickpeas, lentils, and sprouted whole grain. Absorption improves with soaking, sprouting, or fermenting, and balance with copper is more important than high intake. And again, and copper works alongside zinc to support antioxidant enzymes, connective tissue, and DNA protection. It is naturally found in, guess what? Sesame seeds, sunflower seeds, cashews, mushrooms, and small amounts of cacao. Most people obtain enough from food and balance rather than supplementation is the key. Selenium. Plant sources include Brazil nuts, one or two per day, sunflower seeds, whole grains, lentils, and beans, depending on the soil quality, of course. Small, consistent intake is preferred as excess selenium offers no added benefit. Iron supports oxygen delivery, cellular energy, but must remain balanced. Plant sources include lentil, chickpea, black bean, cooked spinach, beets, and dates. And I'm sure there's others. You check it out. Absorption improves when paired with vitamin C, while excess iron increases oxidative stress. Not a good thing. And can accelerate telomere shortening. Uh-oh. All right. So don't go heavy duty on the iron. B vitamins are essential for DNA synthesis, methylation, and accurate cell division. Folate comes from leafy greens and legumes, B6 from bananas and chickpeas, and B12 often requires supplementation on plant based diets. Ayurveda emphasizes strong digestion for proper B vitamin utilization. Antioxidant polyphenols. Polyphenols protect telomeres by shielding the DNA from oxidative damage rather than building them directly. Key sources include pomegranate, yum, blackcurrant, blueberries, amla, hibiscus, bacal, skullcap, and green tea, taken away from meals. Gentle preparations like stewed fruits and herbal infusions support absorption. Glutathione is made inside the body. Food provides the raw material. Cook leafy green, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, your brassicas, garlic and onion, lentil and mung bean, and wheatgrass in small amounts. Glutathione is often called the body's master antioxidant, and selenium is the mineral that allows glutathione enzymes to function properly. When selenium is low, glutathione activity drops, oxidative stress rises, and DNA repair becomes less efficient. Telomeres are especially vulnerable in this environment. Selenium, glutathione, and the DNA protection. So the selenium just plays a quiet but essential role in the protection because it activates a family of enzymes called glutathione peroxidases. These enzymes neutralize harmful oxidative byproducts, especially hydrogen peroxide, that are naturally produced during everyday metabolism, immune activity, and detoxification, and stress responses. Oxidative stress is one of the fastest drivers of telomere shortening. And that oxidative stress happens when free radicals outnumber the body's antioxidants. It increases when we experience chronic inflammation, poor sleep, blood sugar spikes. Christmas is coming and all that snacking, and environmental toxins, emotional or nervous system stress. So really important to keep those stress levels down. Telomeres sit at the ends of our chromosomes and have fewer repair protections than other DNA regions, which means oxidative damage shortens them more quickly than normal aging alone. Selenium doesn't lengthen telomeres, it slows their erosion by protecting the DNA from ongoing damage. What matters just as much as minerals? Your food choices. Telomeres are extremely sensitive to oxidative stress and chronic inflammation. This is why antioxidant rich plants and polyphenols matter, not to rebuild the telomeres, but to shield them. B vitamins, especially folate, B6 and B12, are required for DNA synthesis and accurate cell division. Energy metabolism also matters. Telomerase activity requires adequate ATP and healthy mitochondria. Chronic fatigue states are often associated with impaired cellular repair. So, a little deeper dive: mitochondria, ATP, and telomere maintenance. So, that the mitochondria are the cell's energy generators, and they're deeply connected to the telomere health. They produce ATP, which is the adenosine triphosphate, the body's primary energy molecule, the fuel that allows cells to repair, protect, and function properly. DNA repair, antioxidant defense, and telomere maintenance are all energy dependent processes. At the same time, energy protection naturally creates oxidative byproducts that must be neutralized. And when mitochondrial function is supported and antioxidant systems like glutathione are active, DNA repair can keep pace with daily wear and tear. So that's kind of good to know. And helping preserve telomere integrity and why nighttime matters. You people go to bed late at night. You might want to listen. This part's fascinating, and it's still unfolding. At night, oxidative stress drops, DNA repair activity increases, melatonin rises, and immune and stem cells renew. Research consistently shows that poor sleep and circadian disruption results in faster telomere loss, and it's associated with the shorter telomeres, while restorative sleep protects them. We don't know yet the exact timing of telomere lengthening, but we do know that rest protects telomeres. The bigger truth? Ah, Telomeres are not controlled by a pill. They respond to mineral sufficiency, especially magnesium, zinc balance, and selenium, low inflammation, and strong digestion, mitochondrial health, nervous system regulation, just being cool and calm, and the circadian rhythm alignment. Food creates the terrain, lifestyle sets the conditions, biology does the rest. And one last note: building on decades of telomere research, Dr. Bill Andrews and his colleagues have developed Telovital, a formulation designed to support the cellular environment that protects telomeres rather than forcing telomerase activity. So it's a different um, action. It reflects a science forward approach focused on reducing oxidative stress, supporting mitochondrial health, and preserving genomic stability as part of healthy aging. And we all want that. I know I do. I'm pretty sure you do. Contact me if you want more information or ordering. I'm on day 10, and I've noticed a bit more daytime energy and slightly better sleep at night. I'll keep you posted. Longevity isn't about forcing the body to do more, it's about removing what interferes with repair. When the environment is right, the body remembers how to maintain itself. That is our divine design. So I invite you to visit my app, website, Authentic Sacred Design. You can always email me at rosiesjoy11@gmail.com. And I welcome your comments. Have you tried the Telovital? Have you tried other things that you know are helping? So have a wonderful day. Just blessings to this season that we are about right now. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Toodaloo.